Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and wow, what a way to finish off the preseason. The New York Knicks get their fourth win. We finished 4-0 going into the regular season, and this one finished off with a Julius Randle step back game winner at the buzzer. What a way to cap off a phenomenal preseason from the New York Knicks. This was a really interesting game. We were losing the entire game from first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter, and then the resilient Knicks showed up in the fourth quarter with an awesome lineup. So I'm really excited to talk about this game, guys. But before we hop into it, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, please make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's get right in. So first and foremost, man, that felt good. You can hear the raspiness in my voice, right? Because I was just yelling at my television during a New York Knicks preseason game. And that's what's so awesome about Knicks fans, because you heard it at the Garden. For all you guys that were there, I'm jealous, because that sounded like a playoff atmosphere during a preseason game. And not only do the Knicks take it seriously, because you know that Tom Thibodeau and the players on the court are taking these preseason reps like they count, so the Knicks fans, I got immersed in that game feeling like, okay, we have to win this game, otherwise it's going to be the end of the world. But realistically speaking, it's just a preseason game and we should not care. But at the end of the day, we should, because what this Knicks team showed tonight was their resiliency to fight from behind. They clawed. They understood that they had a chance to win that game, even being down by 18, 20 points. They were not getting rhythm on offense. The defense wasn't there. Man, it was a really interesting game. But let's get into some individual performances. We got to see Mitchell Robinson finally come back. It was awesome to see Mitch out there making a bunch of plays, having a bunch of dunks, alley-oops. He's a little rusty. You can tell that he's still, working his way in to try to get in shape, and he didn't really shoot the ball well from the field. But I love seeing Mitchell Robinson out there. Hopefully he can be good to go for the opener and he can stay healthy, because he's such a big part to this team, and got to give a shout out to Mitchell Robinson. And then also, before we get into the individual performances, we saw really good rotations. Quentin Grimes, the rookie, got a lot of playing time, more playing time than he's ever had all preseason long, and he looked pretty good in his game tonight. So starting off with Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose led the way with 28 points and 6 assists, 3 boards, 11 of 20 from the field, 3 of 6 from downtown, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, with a plus-minus of a plus 20. So Derrick Rose was the MVP of tonight's game, outside of Randle, obviously, because he hit that game winner. But man, what else can we say about Derrick Rose? His impact on this team is way more than we can ever, imagine, because his efficiency is ridiculous. Every time he puts up a floater, every time he shoots the ball from 3, a mid-range shot, driving to the rim, I feel like it's going in. I'm at the point of this where I'm looking at Derrick Rose, and I have so much confidence in him, of him slowing things down, facilitating for others, creating, awesome shots for his teammates, getting into the flow of things. You see him putting a lot of effort on the defensive side of the ball as well. Man, Derrick Rose looks so good, and I'm so excited to watch D Rose, and I'm so happy he's back with the New York Knicks. Barrett had a really good game. He had 18 points, 6 rebounds, 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from downtown. Like, he is a sharpshooter, and had 2 block shots. One of them came in the clutch, which was a phenomenal block shot. We know that RJ Barrett is really trying to prove to be a two-way player in this league. He said over the offseason that he worked on his defense. He wants to be known as a two-way wing, and he showed that tonight. But man, RJ finishes with 4 from 6 from downtown, hitting jump shots like it's nothing. Like, he low-key could be one of the best shooters on this Knicks team. You can tell that I think he shot the most from downtown throughout the preseason. I think he's shooting well over at least 45% from the preseason. I know that, I don't know the exact number, but he shot extremely well in preseason from downtown. Let's hope that transitions, because RJ, you can just tell that the game's slowing down for him. The shot's there. He loves driving to the rim as well. He's finishing through contact more tonight. He's playing that great defense that you want to see, and he's also playing team basketball, and you just can tell that RJ is going to take a big step this year for the Knicks. Julius Randle, he was the one to get us the W when it mattered the most, with shot clock expiring. Julius Randle had 21 points, 10 boards, 2 dimes, 6 of 16 from the field. Julius Randle did not have the best game in the first half. In the third quarter, he was trying to find a rhythm. The entire team was just trying to find a rhythm throughout the entire game. The Washington Wizards were just, they looked like the team that had a better game plan defensively. Everything about the first half and even the first 3 quarters was all Washington. But then the fourth quarter, that's when the Knicks woke up. And that's when Julius Randle woke up for sure in the clutch. Just like we saw the other game, Julius Randle just exploded in the third and fourth quarter. So Randle's waiting a little bit. You love to see that from Randle. But Julius Randle, you love to see that he stepped up for that in that moment. There's nobody else that wanted taking that shot, honestly, besides Julius Randle. It's a perfect opportunity to experience this moment. Madison Square Garden, the crowd's into it. It's a tie ball game, 15 seconds left. Isolation, Julius Randle, you go win us the game. We just gave you an extension. I know it's preseason. I know it doesn't count, but this is a really good experience for Julius Randle to get a taste of what it's like to hit a game winner in Madison Square Garden. And that's exactly what he did. Channeled his inner Kobe Bryant, dribble in between his legs, lose the dribble a little bit, goes to his spot, loves that pulling up, dribbling off his right hand, pulling up, guy in his face, money, game over. Julius Randle, that was phenomenal. Let's hope you can continue that all throughout the season. And then the next guy I want to talk about is Obi Toppin, because Obi Toppin played next to Julius Randle tonight. Taj Gibson, he fouled out, so he's unable to finish off the game. Mitchell Robinson, they did not want to put him out there for a lot of minutes because this was his first game back. So to finish off the game, we saw Obi Toppin and Julius Randle on the floor together. A lot of Knicks fans have been waiting for this. They've been saying, hey, why can't we see Randle and Obi together? Because I feel like that would bring a different dimension to this team. And, the reason why Tom Thibodeau doesn't like it is because of the defense. But man, let me tell you what Obi Toppin did tonight, because Obi Toppin defensively had 3 blocks and a steal. You could tell he's taking that big step defensively, but not only did he do well defensively, he did well on the floor. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 8 from the field, and 1 of 2 from downtown. Obi Toppin looks very good in year number 2. He looks so much more comfortable out there. He's flying all over the place, catching alley-oops. He's a lob threat, put-back dunks. He's very aggressive. He's hitting his jump shots. I do want to see him do more isolations and trying to get him, a really aggressive mindset attacking the rim. Sometimes he's getting a little too passive, but that will come. I feel like Obi's talent is just going to blossom this year with the Knicks. He looks way more comfortable in his body, and I just love that dynamic between Obi Toppin and Julius Randle, because that dynamic together looked like they worked, and that was the guy. What was the rotation? It was D Rose, RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, Julius Randle. Those are the 5 to finish off the game, and we were losing by like 15 points going all the way until the fourth, until we clawed our way back, hitting clutch shot after clutch shot. D Rose, RJ, Randle, Quentin Grimes had a big time shot. Now, talking about Quentin Grimes, let's get into him next, because he got a lot of minutes in this game, and I'm really happy that Tom Thibodeau gave him the opportunity. He had 20 minutes in total, 6 points, 6 assists, 2 assists. 6 rebounds and 2 assists. He did not shoot the ball well, particularly from the field. 2 of 9 and 2 of 6 from downtown. He had 2 steals. So I love what I saw from Quentin Grimes. You could tell that he has a fluid jump shot. He got his feet wet. This was his first time he really got actual minutes. The first couple games where he got in the game in preseason, it was like with a minute or 2 left after we won the game, so it didn't really matter. But this one counted. And not only did Quentin Grimes get minutes, but he got minutes in the fourth quarter to finish the game. So we got a little feel of NBA basketball to finish off a game, and I feel like he played well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He had 2 steals, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check on that so I'm not saying something that's not true. Quentin Grimes, here we go. Yeah, he had 2 steals, so that tells you that he was impacting the game not only offensively but defensively. He was all over the place. He had a very clutch shot late in the fourth quarter. You can tell he has a very fluid jump shot, and I'd love to see the Rook out there getting some minutes. And then a starter that I didn't even bring up because I was so excited about all these other players. I forgot about Kemba Walker, because he played tonight after resting against the Wednesday night's game. So Kemba Walker, he had 12 points, 6 assists, 3 boards, 4 of 11 from the field. Man, Kemba Walker looks so good in a Knicks uniform. He's sizing people up. He's so sparkly with his dribble moves. He loves to cross people up. He makes the crowd go ooh and ah. He's hitting floaters. He's hitting step back contested threes. You love to see Kemba Walker out there, and obviously Tom Thibodeau is not going to, put all those minutes on Kemba. They're going to be smart with him because of his knee issue, but I love what I saw from Kemba for sure. And then Taj Gibson, we did not get to see a lot of him. He fouled out in literally 14 minutes, so unfortunately for him, we didn't get to see that. Emmanuel Quickly, he struggled tonight, in my opinion. He didn't shoot the ball well, particularly from the field. 2 of 8 to be exact, 5 points. Hopefully he can get his rhythm throughout the season, because we really need to rely on Quickly coming off the bench. He's that, hot and that microwave guy that comes off the bench and just lights it up potentially. So hopefully he can get his thing going. I'm not worried about him whatsoever. And then to finish off, we'll talk about Big Mitch Robinson with this game. I talked about him earlier, but I gotta finish it off with Mitch because I'm such a big Mitchell Robinson fan. Always have been. Feels so good to see him back on the court. He had 26 minutes, which is a lot. for Mitchell Robinson's first game back. 6 points, 9 boards, 3 of 8 from the field, and 2 steals. So Mitchell Robinson, obviously that's not what we expect from him shooting the ball, because he actually broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for the highest field goal percentage of all time, even though the season did get canceled because of the pandemic. But Mitch technically has that record, which is funny. So tonight wasn't his night in terms of shooting the ball. He's a little rattled in the paint. You can tell he's a little rusty, but you can tell what type of impact he's gonna, bring to this Knicks team if he stays healthy. Is that alley-oop threat. We need to make sure Mitch is healthy, because that will be a really big boost for this Knicks team. So that's really it for the video, guys. I broke down each individual player, the team as a whole. That finishes off the preseason. Knicks are undefeated, 4-0. Julius Randle with a game-winning shot. That was just unbelievable to watch. I'm like, wow, I wish this game counted, because it would be that much better. But the Knicks are getting winning habits. They have not lost yet. Hopefully they can carry that into the regular season. So guys, comment down below your thoughts about the video and your thoughts about the game. Smash the like button if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Let's go Knicks! Peace.